is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night. Morning Meditations with C.J. Marshall.
Good morning. We as Americans like our freedoms and liberties. We stand on the fact that we are the land of the free, the home of the brave, and we're willing to rightfully fight for those freedoms. We have wars to ensure that we get our freedom. And Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, in this section, chapter 9 is in the middle of a section of Paul discussing meat sacrifice to idols. And in chapter 8, he's already talked about how we are not supposed to defile one another's conscience. And he says in chapter 9, but he has certain liberties. Let's begin reading. Verse 1. Am I not free? Am I not an apostle? Have I not seen Jesus our Lord? Are you not my workmanship in the Lord? The answer to all of these is yes. He's free in Christ. He's an apostle. If to others I am not an apostle, at least I am to you, for you are the seal of my apostleship in the Lord. This is my defense to those who would examine me. Do we not have the right to eat and drink? Do we not have the right to take along a believing wife, as do the other apostles and brothers of the Lord and Cephas? Yes, we have the right. The apostles can marry. We have the right to eat and drink whatever we want. There's no dietary restrictions anymore. Paul's point is, and we can marry whoever we want. Now, notice verse 8. Do I say these things on human authority? Does not the law say the same? For it is written in the law of Moses, you shall not muzzle an ox when it treads up the grain. Is it for the oxen that God is concerned? Does he not certainly speak for our sake? It was written for our sake, because the plowman should plow hope and the thresher thresh in hope of sharing in the crop. And so Paul now brings to his readers' attention that he has the right to get support. But he says in the middle of verse 12, he's not going to ask the church at Corinth for support. He's not going to take advantage of this right, because notice verse 12. Nevertheless, we have not made use of this right, but we endure anything rather than put an obstacle in the way of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Paul has the right to demand support. Like he says, the ox is not deprived of its blessing, its reward. And so he says in verse 15 again, but I have no use of any I made no use of any of these rights, nor am I writing things to secure any provision, for I would rather die than have anyone deprive me of my ground of boasting. He says, I'm not asking for your support. I'm just saying I am free. Paul's point is he is free to get support, but he chooses, for the sake of the Corinthians, not to. And he's illustrating what he says in chapter 8. Sometimes you have to give up your liberties, your freedoms. In the case of chapter 8, it was meat sacrificed to idols. In many cases, we may be required to give up our freedoms, our liberties for the sake of our brother's conscience, just like Paul did for them. Now go over to verse 19. For though I am free from all, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them. To the Jews I became as a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself under the law, that I might win those under the law. And he says in verse 23, he goes on, but in verse 23, he says, I do it all for the sake of the gospel, that I may share with them in its blessings. Paul's point to the Corinthians is they need to be willing to do whatever it takes to even give up their liberties. Paul had certain liberties to be paid, but he gave that up for the sake of the gospel. And Paul is telling us, you and I, by extension, and the Corinthians, that we need to be willing to give up our rights for our brethren. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Morning Meditations. May we always be like the psalmist that says, oh, how I love you, Lord. It is my meditation all the day. I'll see you next time. God bless.
Morning meditations, oh how I love thy law, it is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night.